Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Midweek War! We are here to talk the final episode of the second round of the Cruiserweight Classic. We are at the Elite Eight, folks, and oh man, is it getting interesting. I'm Mad Mike. You know who I am. I'm rocking my NXT shirt. And with me, as always, is the voice of Inspire Pro Wrestling, Eamon Paton. How are you, sir?
I am excited. This is a fun week. This is a really fun week. So, yeah, very excited.
Yeah. All right. And we know, if you guys are new to this version of the Midweek War for Cruiserweight Classic, we just basically run down the matches. So, Eamon, what was the first match we had this week?
First match we had this week was our next second round match, and that was Rich Swann against Lince Dorado.
Oh man, there was a lot of flip flopping flying around.
There's a little bit of dancing too in the beginning.
A little bit, yeah. I was slightly concerned. I'm like, oh man, are they going comedy match with this? But they kicked it up after that. It was pretty great though.
Yeah, it was really, really fun. It was just a super fun match. I think it was very much kind of classic cruiserweight wrestling, like what you think of when you think of cruiserweight wrestling. Very high flying, really, really fun stuff.
Yeah, like I could have watched this at 820 on Nitro back in the day. Like that's what it felt. That's what it felt like to me. Like it felt like I should have had Mike Tenay telling me all about the history of these people. But
totally, yeah.
Super fun match though. Super fun match. I loved Lince's promo before the match too. I thought that was really great.
Yeah. It was really fun. I thought this was a match that could definitely have gone either way, and I'm glad Rich won because I feel like I'm definitely very much invested in Rich's story and Rich's progression in both NXT and the Cruiserweight Classic. I'm very happy to see what happens with him going forward. You know, And going back to like what kind of I mentioned, like with somebody that was over in the NXT show this week. God, Rich Swann is over like hell. Like he's over like hell, and it's amazing. So all congrats to him because.
Yeah, and these were two of the guys who were featured in the Cruiserweight promo on Raw.
I can't remember.
There were four guys featured. I know T.J. Perkins was one of them.
I think it was Perkins, Dar, Rick, and one other. I can't remember.
Okay. All right, because I wasn't sure if it was Lince or if it was Rich Swann. I do like that they called him NXT's Rich Swann, even though he hasn't been on NXT in a while.
Yeah, I love that like he's fought Finn Balor and Baron Corbin, and I'm like, wow, like looking at it now, like actually that's kind of impressive. Like, you know.
Like those are his only two matches, I think, in NXT. So
yeah.
He fought Baron and Finn. I'm like, oh, okay, hi main roster guys, what's up? But yeah, it's super fun, and that Phoenix splash he did.
Oh yeah, that was so cool.
Oh man, that was. I was a little surprised that Swann won though.
Okay.
I was a little surprised. I thought they were gonna push Lince. Like I thought the only guy that wasn't going to be familiar in the final 8 was like the only guy that was going to be familiar was going to be Brian Kendrick.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like I thought Brian Kendrick was going to be the only familiar face we knew in the Elite Eight, and the rest were going to be guys they brought in.
Mm.
But I mean, I have no issue with Rich Swann going forward. I mean, both those guys are awesome. So, all right. So, what was the second match we had, Eamon?
The second match. Oh boy. Versus Drew Gulak. This was so good.
Mm-hmm. I would have liked to see this be the main event.
Yeah, I'm in between the main event for this weekend. This match, either one I think could have been the main event, but for very different reasons. I love the story that was told in this match. I like that Drew Gulak was like I'm just gonna, and I love the really intense grappling in the beginning because they were so angry at each other.
Mm-hmm. I really like that. Gulak kept going for the submissions, and Sabre was just countering everything. It was just so much fun. And the finish. Oh,
yeah.
that finish I didn't even see coming. It was so fast. Like, just the quickest roll-up you've ever seen in your life from a Dragon Sleeper was freaking awesome.
Yeah, it was really, really cool. That there's a sequence towards the end where they're just slapping each other, and it's so good. It's so intense.
Yeah, it wasn't like Sammy and Nakamura slapping each other, but it was still pretty good.
Yeah, it was real fun. I also really love the Daniel Bryan loses his mind throughout this episode. I feel when Gulak had Sabre in that gory special, but was twisting his arms in that way where his shoulders would
Well, he was doing the most muscular pose.
Yeah,
he was pulling a Hulk Hogan. It was amazing.
Yeah, he's wrenching his shoulder so bad. It was so good. It was so good.
Yeah, I love how you could tell that he was doing the pose on purpose too. Like he was applying more pressure to the hold, but at the same time he was like smiling as he did. It was amazing. I want to see a rematch of those guys in the Cruiserweight division.
Oh, absolutely.
I really do.
Absolutely.
I really do. Like I just wish this one had a little bit more time. Like, I kind of wish it was on last week's show or one of the weeks where we only had 2 matches instead of 3.
Yeah. I think you could have exchanged – I would have exchanged maybe the Tajiri Grand Metallic match with this.
Yeah, I could see
a
that.
bit more time.
I could see that.
I can't remember the Tajiri Metallic match went super long.
I mean, that was good. That was really good, too. But I think they're also pushing Grand Metallic.
That's true, yeah. I think I don't know. I just really love this match. I love it provided a different style of cruiserweight wrestling. That's the one thing I really like that Brian hinted at the very first episode of this show was that people have an idea of what cruiserweight wrestling is, but there's a lot of people who aren't your traditional cruiserweights.
Yeah, I mean, even back in the day when they had the cruiserweight division WCW, there were a lot of different guys who had different styles.
Oh, you had lucha, you had Japanese, you had plenty of stuff like that. So
Disco Inferno.
Alex
Wright. Yeah. By the way, Alex Wright got a mention in the Rich Swann Lince Dorado match
because Lince was doing the Alex Wright dance.
It was awesome. It was so good.
It was really good. Yeah.
And they also got a shout out to a friend of the show, Mike Quackenbush.
They did, yes, indeed.
So that was fun. All right, so our main event of the evening, Eamon, what was it?
Johnny Gargano versus TJ Perkins. And I'm going to say this right now. And this may be hyperbole. This may be stretching it just a tad bit. But Johnny Gargano is my favorite wrestler of all time. And, I'm serious because I'm clapping.
I didn't know what you were going to do. That was great.
So last Saturday was TakeOver, where Johnny and Tommaso wrestled the Revival. And the match ended by Dash Wilder clipping Johnny's leg, injuring it, and then putting him in a submission to have him tap out. And before the match happens, they do a backstage thing with Gargano and Ciampa where Gargano's taping up his leg, I should say, to get ready for his match. And in the match, his knee's taped. And in the match, he's playing up to the fact that he has an injured knee. Keep in mind, probably filmed about a month ago.
Yes.
Holy shit.
Johnny Gargano, that's amazing.
And it was I was proud of the fact that it was the right leg. Excuse me, it was the left leg, but it was the correct leg. Yeah. So they planned it out so perfectly. It makes the TakeOver match too feel better for me because it's I'm going to tape up my leg a month prior to this and work injured on a leg. My leg's going to be the finish of the match at TakeOver. So smart.
All right,
so smart.
Now, Eamon, I have an idea. Do you think that Gargano is going to attack the Revival? Because not only did their attack cost them the NXT tag titles, it cost him his Cruiserweight Classic match.
It's a good thing to go off of. There's a really great backstage promo that they put up on their YouTube channel of them trying to get a word with Gargano afterwards. and he's just so dejected. Like he's
the promo that they had before him with him and Ciampa, and Gargano's like, I just want to go out there and I don't want to lay anyone down.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh God, when you and the second you say that, I'm like, you're gonna let someone down, and it's gonna be amazing.
Yeah.
Like I don't even know if they're gonna have Ciampa eventually turn on him.
God, I don't know, because I feel like Takeover would have been the place to do it.
Oh, especially when he was helping him to the back.
Yeah.
Oh like, God, we were all waiting for it.
He's like, he's gonna pull an Owens. He's like, completely gonna pull an Owens, and then the camera faded. I'm like, what is happening right now? But no, it was the match. Getting to it is very good, particularly because of the work that Johnny did with his leg. Mm-hmm. Like, there's the amazing spot where he does that rolling senton out to the floor, and his leg smacks the ring bell table.
Oh, so good! Like, and I like to think he did that on purpose.
It looks seamless. It honestly looks seamless.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not sure if he just overshot the senton or if that was intentional and he wanted to smack his leg against it, but either way, it played in so much better to the finish of the match.
And it made me appreciate Gargano more. Like, he is a very smart wrestler. I think people kind of write him off as kind of being like what you think of when you think of an indie wrestler nowadays. Like a lot of high spot stuff, a lot of stuff like that. But he worked that match super intelligently. Little stuff like even when he was doing the that lawn dart move that he does into the turnbuckle, the way he ran was a little different because of the leg.
Well, the first time he tried it, he didn't even hit the move because he collapsed under the weight of his own leg.
Yeah, like even I noticed like even the second time he did it, he ran differently than he normally does with that move because of the leg. So super smart, so smart. And you mentioned it with like the opener here, and I know like this whole tournament we've mentioned like the idea of like we've been looking for upsets. We've been hoping to get some kind of upset from what we expected. Mm-hmm. This was definitely to me an upset.
Absolutely. Well, it was slightly more telegraphed to me because of that promo beforehand.
Well, yeah, but the audience didn't know that.
Oh no, of course not. No, the audience was shocked.
When Perkins made him tap out, the crowd was like, "Wait, what?"
Yeah, because that's definitely not something you expect, especially the like NXT name guy in the tournament is Johnny Gargano.
Yeah, who had like probably a lot of people say was the best match of the first round.
Oh yeah, I would say so. I would say absolutely.
Yeah, but it makes perfect sense, and I was very happy with how it went down. Like, this is probably one of my top matches of the second round because of that intelligent work of the leg and the story they told.
I don't think it's gonna be Kota Ibushi for Cedric Alexander for me. Personal choice, but I'd say this one's number 2. I'd say this one's number 2.
I would say if you're giving me a top 3 from the second round in like no particular order, it would be Kota Cedric, this match, and probably Sabre Gulak.
Okay, I think the third for me would be Tajiri Grand Metallic. I love Tajiri, and it was so nice to see he can still like go that well. Yeah. Hey, Eamon, do you want to do some picks for the Elite 8?
Let's do some picks for the Elite 8.
Yeah.
Well, first, actually, it's better if we answer this the question we started doing for this show.
Oh, yes, that's true. Yeah. So I think they should sign Johnny Gargano.
I think that's a good bet. No, I'll say not counting Johnny since he's technically
obviously
signed.
Yeah.
Either of them would be great, but I really would love to see Gulak signed.
All right, I was going to say Lince. I was going to say Lince
too. And I've gotten a chance to work with Lince, and I fully agree he should be signed. But Gulak, to me, I want somebody of a different style to be on Raw in that Cruiserweight division.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
He definitely seems like he would bring a bit more personality to the division too.
Which is so weird because a lot of people critique him for not having enough personality.
That's weird because every promo I've seen with him, even like how he wrestles, like he's got a persona and he knows what that is. Like like I get a lot of charisma off of him during his matches.
Yeah, it's so weird. Like a lot of people critique him for not having enough charisma, but I think he has boatloads of it.
Yeah, I mean, who knows? He could just be more motivated now because he knows if he stands out, he could end up on Raw. I mean, it's a high possibility because I'm sure I'm sure Triple H had said to every single person, like, hey, if you guys stand out, we're looking for a Cruiserweight division on Raw. We have spots to fill on NXT. There are opportunities here. You stand out, you will be noticed. We guarantee it. Like, and if Gulak's one of the ones they bring up to Raw, I think he brings such a better, a more well-rounded division.
Yeah, I think so.
Like, just personality-wise and style-wise. Because I don't think Sabre Jr. is going to come up right away. I don't. Like, Kota, I think, might even stay in NXT.
I would say Sabre and Kota are two guys who I feel like would fit better in NXT than they would on the main roster. At least for now. Like, I can see Perkins. I can see, even a Noam Dar.
Well, Perkins, I think, is main roster ready. Just because, I mean, we say this, but he has had the experience with TNA and stuff like that. And he's only gotten better, like, in-ring wise.
Yeah. I think... Yeah, but I agree. I want the Cruiserweight division they're building for Raw to be more well-rounded than just like high flyers.
Yeah, and that's what it should be, because you also have a few guys on Raw who are already on the roster who can do that too, like Jinder Mahal.
Yeah,
like I wonder if that's why they didn't if they haven't brought in Mustafa Ali or Daivari brother or something like that, because hey, we just re-signed Jinder Mahal. Let's use him instead.
Yeah.
Because he's someone people are already familiar with, and he has a different style, but can still be in the Cruiserweight division, and he kind of fills a slot, if you know what I mean.
Sure, yeah.
But, all right, so do you have the matchups?
I do. The first matchup on the list of our Elite Eight quarterfinals is Akira Tozawa, Metallic.
Fuck, that's going to be good.
Yeah, it's going to be really good.
Oh,
Tozawa's my boy, but if I'm going with my gut, I'm going to say Grand Metallic.
Yeah, I think I'm feeling you on that. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go Grand Metallic, but I think it's gonna be one of those things where it's like a quick roll up that's unexpected or something like that. Like I don't think it's gonna be like a straight up hit the finish, boom, get the pin. It's gonna be one of those like wacky reversal things where it's just like squeaking out win.
Possibly, yeah. That's a match of the matches on this Elite Eight. That's the one where I could see an upset, maybe.
Well, who would you consider the upset winning? Tozawa?
Tozawa, yeah.
Because I don't know if we have I don't think there's really an upset possible in that one between those two.
Well,
guys.
I thought Tozawa was a bit of an upset against Gallagher.
Yeah, I guess that's true. Yeah.
That's just my kind of thought process.
Yeah. Okay. All right. I see your point.
And the winner of that race is Sabre Jr. against Noam Dar. This one I think will probably be Noam's best match of the tournament because he's worked with Zach before, and then from what I've been told, they've had great matches. I do think Zach is definitely taking this one though, but hey.
Yeah, I think this is the easiest one to call of the Elite Eight. But yeah, Sabre Jr. is winning this. If he doesn't, that would be a true shock.
Yeah.
That would be it. Because I know they've been pushing Noam Dar. Why I still haven't figured that part of it out, because he still hasn't connected with me. But if they wanted to do a huge upset, like a massive upset, that's what you do. You have Noam Dar beat Sabre Jr.
Right. I can see that. The next match is, I think, at least on paper, the contender for match of the quarterfinals, and that's Brian Kendrick against Kota Ibushi.
I don't want to pick this one.
Yeah, I know.
I don't. This match is going to be the tits.
It's going to be really good. It's going to be really, really good. My heart says Kota. I think Kendrick winning would be great though. But I think, especially with Kendrick's story of trying to prove himself against the younger guys and like the future guys, basically, I think the conclusion being against Kota, I think would also make sense.
Okay.
But yeah.
All right, so you're going Kota?
I'm going to go Kota.
I say Kendrick cheats to win.
That could be really fun.
because he's been fluctuating. Like, Kendrick's the only guy who's really been
definitively heel.
Like, I will do anything to win.
Yeah, I would say that.
And he's been very opportunistic with the wins he got in the first 2 rounds. I think he just straight up cheats in this one. I think he just straight up cheats because then we have the final 4, and you can have a heel versus a face because it's definitely going to be a face out of that other qualifier match. But I think the Elite Eight is where you set up what you want the story of the finals to be.
Because the finals, are we going to do semis and finals on the live special?
I believe so.
Okay.
I believe so because the live specials, right? The live specials on the 11th or the 11th or the 14th. No, the 14th, I think.
Okay, whichever is the Wednesday.
Whatever, because the 11th is Backlash.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Yeah, because that was supposed to be bound.
So, how many more weeks do we have in this, by the way?
I think we have 2 weeks. Yeah, 2 weeks.
Yeah, we got 2 more weeks. So I'm guessing
we'll
it'll be
two matches next week, 2 matches the week after,
and then the finale is semis and finals.
Oh, okay. So this will be good. Yeah, but I think this is where you set up what you want the finals to be.
Okay.
Set up the story that you want going into the finals, and I think that story is Sabre Jr. and Brian Kendrick. At the outset, I'm going with it now. I'm still going to say Kendrick cheats to win.
Okay. I could see that going. I could see it going either way, actually.
Because it wouldn't hurt Kota. It wouldn't hurt Kota. He's already made his debut on NXT. And if Kendrick goes to NXT, or if they both go to Raw, you have a built-in storyline.
Yeah, that's true.
All right, so what's the last one, Eamon?
And then the final match, the winner of that match will face the winner of TJ Perkins versus Rich Swann.
This is tough.
This is tough. I'm going to go Rich. I feel like Rich has the better chance of the two. Because I think he has more of a story than TJ does.
Okay. All right. Just based on the fact that he was on the Raw ad, I'm going TJ Perkins. Because he's someone I didn't expect to see going this far in the tournament, but he just beat Gargano. You could argue he's had a tougher road. Beating Gargano, it makes it look like more of a big deal if you have him win his next match too.
Yeah, I can see that.
Because Rich Swann is already on NXT. He's going to be fine. I think TJ Perkins. Plus, Perkins versus Kendrick. That would be a really great match. Not that Swann and Kendrick wouldn't be, but I think Perkins and Kendrick would have a bit more meshing styles together. Because they're almost kind of like the same guy a couple years removed, you know?
That's true, yeah. One last thing before we go, or do our rankings.
Oh, yeah, we'll do. Well, I mean, number 1 for me. Shock.
Right. Quick, but we don't do this format on this show, but I'm actually going to give one bad to this show.
Okay.
And it's to the editing team. I don't know if you picked up on this. The opening package, they show we're going to find this will be the last match before we determine the Elite Eight. And then they show the brackets. And this is the opening segment. And they already show that Rich Swann advanced over Lince.
Oh, shit. I did not pick up on that. No.
Yeah.
Wow.
I was like, so they said specifically there's 3 spots left to be filled. And I looked at the bracket. I'm like, wait, there's only 2.
Oh,
what happened?
Wow.
I'm like, but yeah, whatever.
And I mean, they usually don't make mess ups like that.
Yeah. But. So my bad goes to the editing team. How about that?
Okay. Wow.
Maybe they got the Full Sail kids to do it. I don't know.
Yeah, whoever took that class flunked. Either that or they thought they were going to air the bracket after the match and not before.
Maybe, yeah.
Because they might have just like labeled it like.
Well, when they had the interactive one where it's like they showed Rich like moving up or whatever, like they showed him moving up, but like in the opener it was like they already had him on there for some reason.
Wow, that sucks. I'm glad I didn't notice it. Because that one was one that I didn't know who was going to win.
Yeah, I watched this in post, so I actually got spoiled on that match on Twitter beforehand, so it didn't bother me. Mm-hmm. But I just picked up on that. Okay. I was like, oh shit.
Oh, Eamon, since we know who my finals are, who's your final match? Since it's going to be a live special, so
I'm saying Sabre Ibushi. I think it's a safe.
Okay, so you're going chalk.
Yeah, I'm going chalk. I think it's a safe bet to say Sabre Ibushi.
And who wins for you?
Oh Jesus, I don't even know.
Because I'm saying Sabre wins, but I'm saying he beats Kendrick.
I'm saying Ibushi would win.
Okay. All right. Cool.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. I
And
figure
that makes,
since that's all gonna be on one live special, we might as well make our final flat out predictions.
right. Yeah. Also, it's also a selfish thing for me because I kind of really want to see Kota Rich. I really want to see Kota Rich because that could be so fun.
I love how we each have like a different semifinal. Like
Yeah.
you have Kota and Rich. I have Kendrick and Perkins.
Kendrick and TJ. Yeah.
So,
But hey, it could go either way.
hey, absolutely. That's the great thing about this Cruiserweight Classic. Like, I think apart from Sabre Jr., this can pretty much go. Like all three matches could go anyway.
Yeah. Oh, who knows? Maybe they'll give it to Grand Metallica.
They very well could, because we know they're looking for a new luchador to push.
Yeah.
And also, we didn't mention this on the NXT show. They showed the trophy.
They did. They showed the trophy from whoever the Harley Davidson. No,
the Orange County Choppers.
Orange County Choppers is one thing. Oh, yeah.
Did it look like a different trophy that they showed at NXT?
No, I didn't think it did. But I also got somebody who I saw tweeted out that it looks like a penis, which I didn't get.
See, okay, the thing is, when we saw it on the video package, there's a black background behind it. You can't actually see what the trophy looked like. It just looked like a big black shaft with the globe on top of it. No, I'm serious. That's what it looked like to us.
Okay.
And they showed a much better picture of it on this episode of Cruiserweight Classic.
Maybe that's it.
And holy crap, does it look really, really nice.
Yeah.
Like, we didn't see it was 4 posts, and we didn't see they were, like, glass. Like, we just saw a big shaft and a silver globe on top of it. I'm like, that's a giant penis.
I don't know. I didn't get that at TakeOver, but hey, maybe
I don't know.
It's a new blue and white or black and gold or whatever that thing was that happened on the internet.
Yeah, I have no idea. I think it was whatever background they used at TakeOver, because it, like, we couldn't see the design of it. It just looked like a big black penis. with like a Stardust condom on top. I don't know.
God. But shit. No, it looks good. I'm excited that it feels really official now.
I can't wait to see someone break that trophy over someone else.
It looks very hefty though. Like it doesn't look like like it looks as big as probably the Dusty trophy.
Mm-hmm. I hope Brian Kendrick attacks Sabre Jr. with it. I really hope that happens. I really do. Like he goes all Bad News Brown, just completely destroys. Alrighty. So Eamon, where can the people of the internet find you?
You can find me on Twitter at Eamon2 Please, and also check out Inspire Pro Wrestling on Twitter at InspireProRes and at InspireProWrestling.com.
All right. You can find me at MadMike4883 on the Twitter machine. Also, hit up the hashtag MM on at Mayhem Show for when I live tweet stuff. I'll be live tweeting, I think, NXT next week, because I really want to see how they recover from TakeOver. But, so also join us on Facebook. Let us know what you think of the Cruiserweight Classic. If you want to email in your picks, we'll read them next week. Email us at goodtimes@wrestlingmayhemshow.com. We'll read your picks on air, and we'll see, who knows what they're talking about. All right, so for Eamon Paton, I'm Mad Mike, and this has been your Midweek War.